Today's moment of gratitude, I chose the music selection today with a lot of joy because this is a song that literally got me through law school. Lauryn Hill's Miseducation album was amazing, but her second album, which did not receive as much acclaim for reasons we will not go into here, has a song on it called Mystery of Iniquity. And that song breaks down the law, it breaks down the corruption. And I was like, yes, Lauren, yes, as I'm studying for the bar exam. Yes, Lauren, yes, as I'm trying to make it through all the courses that were driving me insane, except the courses by Dr., I guess he wasn't a doctor, but civil rights attorney Derek Bell and Brian Stevenson, Peggy Cooper Davis. These are some amazing folks who just contributed to my legal education. And that song really helped me ride it out. Today's moment of gratitude post is more about justice in the interpersonal and collective sense. And the reason this is important is because we are entering an era where there's going to be a lot of call to compromise. There's going to be a lot of call to move things, to move the needle. And I want us to have memory of our due north. I want us to have memory of our center. I want us to have memory of our core, because every time there is a call to compromise, oftentimes what ends up happening is those who have the least amount of power in the call to compromise are the very ones who end up doing all the compromising, and the people who've got the power don't. They don't. And today is I don't know if this is a quote. I don't know if this person came up with it, but I saw it. I screenshotted it and I was like, we going to talk about this. So they go by Julius Goat, at Julius Goat, JuliusGoat. Don't know this person, don't follow this person. It was shared by Odun Ife History. So if you go on my Instagram page, you'll see it shared there. But this is what Julius Goat had to say, which was then shared by Odun Ife History. Julius Goat says the following when it comes to this notion of compromise and justice. Meet me in the middle, says the unjust man. You take a step toward him. He takes a step back. Meet me in the middle, says the unjust man. Beware of requests for compromise when you are asking for justice and the other side is asking for consent to continue. Beware the requests for compromise when what you are seeking is justice. It is righteousness. It is good. These are my words, not theirs. Righteousness, goodness, equity. When you are seeking what is right, when you are seeking what is equitable, when you are seeking justice, and the other entity with whom you are engaged in a compromising, rooted conversation is constantly stepping backwards while you are stepping forward, what is happening is not compromise, it's capitulation. What's happening is not compromise. It's you giving up your power, giving up your center, giving up your core to move closer to the goal that the other entity is seeking to implement. Now, here's why this is a challenge, because we can imagine this in the political sense. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the government shutdown. We're going to see a lot of exactly what that means in real life. But it is also true in our interpersonal relationships. And so many of us are in relationships with people who, quite frankly, have no intention on actually compromising. They will ask you to take a step towards them, and instead of reciprocating, they will take a step backwards. They will ask you to take a step towards them as they take a step backwards. And by the time all the steps have been taken, you have moved right into the position that they wanted you to be in initially without them having to give up anything. That is not compromise. That is capitulation. And it is not justice. It is not righteousness. It is not equity. It's wrong. It's wrong. And so whether it comes to what's happening in the political environment and the world around us, whether what's happening with regards to our interpersonal relationships, what's happening on the job, shout out to the Amazon workers who I heard as I was coming in have started to strike at centers all across the country. Good for them. Because we're going to have to be able to take a stand. And when we see elements of our society taking a stand, we have to, if we recognize that that stand is in the name of justice and righteousness and equity, support that. Which also means some of y'all might not be getting your stuff on time for the holidays. But that's okay, because this is what it is to live in a world that has decided to put our humanity on voting ballots, to put our humanity at the whims of people who have occupied the highest rungs and the most powerful rungs of society. Beware the person who asks you to compromise when they are seeking the ability to continue. And that means that sometimes we have to have the hard conversations. Sometimes things we're not going to get them right the first time, and we're going to have to go back and try it again and figure it out. And that's the game of life. It's what it is. And I want us to be clear that when we are seeking justice, stand in it. When you are seeking what is equitable, stand in it. When you are seeking to do the right thing, stand in it and do not concede what is under the guise of compromise when what it really is capitulation towards those who don't want to compromise. They want consent to continue the harm. My friends, I don't know what it is today that gives you a sense of joy or gratitude or appreciation, but whatever it is, I want you to hold on to it, cherish it, nourish it, and sprinkle as much of the juicy goodness of it as you possibly can into the lives of other people, because Lord knows we could all use a bit more of it. And that, my friends, is today's moment of gratitude.